What's going on, guys? My name is Eagle Eye Gordon here, and welcome to my brand new YouTube channel where I talk about things hair. Because I'm a guy with long hair, long, thick, curly hair at that. It's not a whole lot of long, curly hair guys out there on YouTube, and it's a bit disappointing. And that was kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to create a channel and make a video, because I wanted to kind of represent for us, because we're here too. Anyway. A little bit about my hair journey. I've been growing my hair out for almost 9 years now. Almost 9 years, and this is my hair. It's really thick, really thick. It's not as curly as it normally is now because it's dried and stretched out. Usually when I wash it and it's like when I leave it alone. For like an hour, it just stretches over time, and this is the result of it. If I were to blow dry my hair out, it gets straighter, not 100% straight, but it gets straighter than it is now, and it's about, let's see, if I were to stretch it out, like if I were to blow dry it out, it gets straighter. You can see how much more length I've got now. It's like almost 2 inches. So it gets a bit longer when I blow dry it out, but I don't use heat on my hair often because it's really time consuming with all of this hair, and also if you don't use heat the right way, it can damage your hair. So I don't use heat often, but having long hair was not in the beginning my intent. It was just one of those things where I was in school, I was working at the time, and I didn't really have a whole lot of extra funds or time to go to the barbershop every 3 to 4 weeks to get it cut or shaped up, because it will always grow really fast, and it was just getting really costly. So I just eventually went the whole summer of '07 not cutting it, and I wound up with this thick curly afro afterwards. And at that point I was like, well, it looks kind of cool, so I think I might just keep it. Then it wasn't too long after that I started to get into the braids and the twists. It looks kind of like dreadlocks, but it's not. It's like strands of hair twisted together. I was like getting really into the natural hairstyles, and I would get it braided more so than twisted for almost 2 years straight. Like almost every other week I was getting it braided, and my hair was growing the fastest, and it was the most healthiest at that point, because it was it was protected. That's what braids do. Braids protect your hair because you're not really doing anything to it, so it's being protected from all of the natural things that can harm it, pollution and stuff like that. But then after that I got bored with the braids, and I'm like, well, I'm tired of this, so I just kind of want to let my hair breathe. And but it was around that time when I did that, I didn't really know how to care for my hair myself, because I was always having somebody else do it for me. So I would either like wear it down or tie it back really tight, and I would use rubber bands to tie my hair back, which is awful. I would never recommend to use a rubber band to tie your hair at all, because it can break your hair off. It does not matter what hair texture you have. It's really, really not good for your hair. I would not condition it that well. I would use a lot of drying hair gels with alcohol in it, which is not good also, because that can make your hair brittle and hard. And it just got like a lot of breakage, and it got dry often. It got really damaged at that point, and it was stopped growing. It wasn't really growing at the rate that it was growing beforehand, and I was getting really disappointed at that, because I was used to my hair growing so fast. And I'm like, what's going on? So eventually I had to just step up to the plate and really listen to what my hair needed, which was more TLC. So I had to condition my hair more often, use better shampoos. Also got into the natural techniques you can use in your hair, as opposed to using so much of the processed stuff, like using apple cider vinegar instead of shampooing your hair, which it's like an alternative to shampooing. What it basically does is it cleans your scalp, cleanses the scalp, cleans your hair, and also leaves it soft and moisturized, as if you just washed and conditioned it, but it's all in one. And what I would do is I would just take like 3 caps of apple cider vinegar and mix it in a water bottle, with like 3 caps of water. Shake it up, spray it on your hair. Really spray it a lot on your scalp, because it's like you really want to get rid of that residue, all of that buildup from whatever you put on it previously, and leave it on for like 5 minutes, and then your hair feels amazing afterwards. Like once somebody introduced me to that apple cider vinegar rinse, I was hooked on it. I would use that. I would use tea rinses, which is great for shedding, like just using natural tea in your hair. I would even use like onion. I know it sounds weird, but onion is great if you want to stimulate more hair growth quicker. It's more so something that you use on your scalp than your hair, though, because it can be really smelly. It can stink. Yes, it can. Yes. Which is why I would not use it often, but I would use it like every now and then. And whenever I would get done using that, I started to see like faster hair growth using onion. But that and like other techniques, I use a lot of oils in my hair. A lot of natural oils. I use olive oil. I use soybean oil, corn oil, sunflower oil. Oil is great for pretty much any hair texture. Any hair texture. It's just certain hair textures can't take certain amounts of it. Like for my hair, because my hair dries fast, I use a lot more oil than like somebody who has straight hair. Somebody who has straight hair, I would say, you only need very little, and if you do use it on your hair, use most of it on your ends, because of course the ends is what splits, and that's what eventually gets the most damage, is your ends. So you want your ends to be protected the most. That's where I would concentrate the oil on more so. But yeah, my hair really started to flourish a lot during that time, which was like the end of 2012, 2013, when I started to condition it more and use those natural techniques on my hair, like I just described. And it's been growing rapidly ever since, because it was like to my shoulder, like the end of 2012, and I don't really know how many inches this is, but it's gotten a lot longer, But yeah, that's just a little bit of my backstory. This is just my introduction video, so it's a little sporadic and all over the place. But yeah, I'm gonna make future videos explaining what I do to my hair and the different hairstyles that I do and stuff like that. But yeah, just leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. I want to hear more from the curly hair guys. It's not a whole lot of us, like I said, but I really want to hear what you guys think. And like I said, this is just my introduction video. I'm gonna be making more videos about the things that I put in my hair, what has worked for me in the past, what works for me now, and all of that good stuff. So thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned.